Hey everyone, I've been doing some slight changes to my game. And if you'd watched my last video, I realized it's because of how much Coke I've been drinking. I'm not 100% sure if this theory is true because it has only happened to me once so far, at least. Um, but let there be known that, let it be known, sorry. Let it be known that whenever I worked on my game, I usually had a Coke in my hand. Um, so usually if I'll have a Coke, I'll probably end up editing my game that day sometime. But I haven't had Coke for the past while, and I've had no motivation to edit my game at all, which is actually really weird. But I find that really cool if it's true. Um, so let me just get to showing you guys the new stuff on it. I'm actually encoding, or wow, that's a really bad frame rate. I'm actually like kind of processing the video that I just recorded about my other game. Um, right now, while I'm recording this one, which was probably a really bad choice, I could have waited 10 minutes. But notice the bottom how it says human down here instead of sprite. It's because sprite is very vague, and I decided that I actually really wanted like players to be humans instead of like sprites, because then for sprites it makes things a lot more complicated, and I decided that I'm going to have like things for airplanes and stuff like I said on the first level. I'm actually going to have just another button right here that says vehicles, and then down here, because the slider's going to be right here, so I can't take up too much more room. Oh, sorry. Um, I'm going to have terrain down here, which is where you're basically just going to be able to like not shape the terrain, because that'd be really complicated. I might be able to do that so that you just kind of like shape the terrain, but it's mostly just going to be like for uploading images and putting down like maybe crates and boxes and stuff down there. And then I'm also going to have a setting somewhere where you're able to put in the background. I don't know why it says testing down there. I think I just wanted to place something down there for something. I don't know. I think it was where I wanted to put the slider, so I put that there so I know not to take up room. But let's get started. Press human. That's my little tiny drawing I have right there. So it has the human ID, it has human position, it has the image of it, and that's basically just going to be for like, because there's going to be different parts of the campaign. There's going to be certain parts where I'm going to be fighting in Asia, there's going to be certain parts where I'm in Europe, certain parts where I'm in America, and when you're fighting in an area with lots of snow, you are most definitely not going to be fighting with the same clothing on as you would be if you're in the desert. So I made it so that you can still select different images for different characters and stuff, so you can put on different snowsuits and desert stuff. And it's my little guy. I wish I could zoom in on him, but I can't. That's going to be about the size of what the players are going to be. I don't know, I might make it slightly larger now that I realize on how tiny it is. I think I might double the size of it. Not 100% sure. Everything's just kind of relative right now anyways. But when you press human, no, I guess I have to deselect it. But human, and then it says right here, player, false. What I'm going to do is, yeah, playable. If you press 1 and then enter, yeah, player, true. It's because of my bad frame rate that it's doing weird stuff. But it says player, true, and that basically means that when I run the game, or run this level in my game, this is going to be my playable character. This player right here is going to be who I'm going to control, be able to move around with. And I'm going to probably just eventually just keep adding on more stuff over here that I'm going to be able to add to, like what team you're going to be on and certain things. And for events, let me close out of this. It's being slow anyways. Events, right now I'm just going to say, it's really complicated with everything. I'm sure there's easier ways to do it. I'm kind of too lazy to, but I did all of this today after school. I'm kind of like, I'm not trying to show off and be like, yeah, I did all this, when I actually typed all of this in like 5 minutes. Basically, I'm just kind of planning it out, still trying to figure out exactly the best way that I can implement events, because like right here, type, there's going to be multiple different things events can do. And then also there's triggering, where I can either trigger it from time, I can trigger it from movement, or I can trigger it from the death of an NPC, or let's say a boss or something. And then after that gets triggered, then what do I want it to do? It has to be a type. So I want it to either move a sprite, I want it to rotate a sprite, or I want a new bullet or something to come out, and that's not even done. There's going to be lots of other things that can happen, like spawn enemies. Actually, that's a really good one. 3 spawn something. See, like, notice how I'm just still adding more to stuff right here. I usually don't comment on my code because I'm not an open source type of person. I don't really like writing things and then having other people take them, because I've done that in the past and other people have taken credit for them, and that's kind of like scarred me, I guess, from being an open source person. I can't handle having other people stealing my things and taking credit for it. Like, even if you say please give credit, people aren't going to do it. It's just not something that people are going to do. So I kind of like to keep things proprietary, and that's why I normally don't comment on my code, because I know exactly what everything does. So this right here is basically just for planning purposes, so that I know certain things, and I'm probably going to keep that there, even so that, or not even so that when I'm actually implementing them and making certain things happen, that I'm still able to look back at this as a reference. So just so you guys know, like, this is kind of going to be what the events are going to look like, I guess, on what they're going to be able to do, in case you didn't know what an event is. I think that's pretty much it that I've... Oh, no, holy crap. There's one major important thing that I wanted to show you guys, and that, once this loads, is going to be 16... No! Oh, that's... pressed enter on accident. 32. Now that's the size of my players, and then let's draw some guy, freaky upside down guy, so you guys can see the difference. He's gonna be sad. No, I'm just gonna connect his whole face because it's too low resolution for me to even tell. So I'm gonna save that, find my level editor data. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna put it in data. Upside down. Nope, spelled that wrong. Okay, no. ABC, sure. ABC. We're gonna name it that. Notice how it doesn't ask me to overwrite anything because there is no player behind there with the name of ABC. Now when I run this, it says texture. Name or type the name of the texture you want to load. Example, texture.p. Oh my gosh, I never closed the parentheses. Nope, I'm fixing it. It's right here. Nope. Somewhere around there. Down here. It's down here. That's right. Yep. There we go. Okay. Compiling. It's slow because it's doing multiple things at once. And I have a dual core computer instead of a quad core. Frames per second. 4. Yes! Okay, so it says example texture.png. It must be inside the data folder. So I want to type in abc.png. That was silly. It says it loaded. Image ID is 1. So now you can get human. Changes image. Type in 1. Press enter. And all of a sudden he's upside down. Now you can type in 0. Put it back to normal. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So I'm able to upload my own textures that I want to now, instead of having to hard code all of them into the game. Now, if you forget to copy over the data folder that you made into the game folder, that could eventually cause problems, because you're obviously going to be trying to load images in the normal game that won't be there if you forget, so that could always be a problem, and that'll throw off a lot of things because of just how everything's programmed in the game. So I hope you guys like what I've been doing to my game. It's not even close to being done. I'm actually not going to work on very much of anything else until this event stuff's done. I'm going to try to get most of it planned out as much as possible. Yeah, I don't even... all this stuff is just empty because I wanted to get the events out. and get as much possible done with it. There's not really much else to say, I guess. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. It means a lot. All you have to do is press one button.